everybody, it's David coming at you from northern Colorado on one of the 60 days of the year that we don't receive sunshine. Either way, I'm here to show you and do a review on the torque application for Android phone. Basically just communicates with the Bluetooth reader that you can get on eBay for about $25. You can see it right there. Anyway, I'm going to go through some of these menus so you can see what this torque application is all about. Alright, before I do the review on the Torque Pro application that you can get for Android, I just wanted to show you guys the dyno sheet that I have from the past. 338.57 horsepower and 343.75 max torque. Here is the main menu for the torque application for Android phone. One thing I want to point out before I even get started on this, if you do get the application, make sure you go in here and set up your vehicle profile. Otherwise you're not going to be able to get very accurate readings on this application. And if you don't too, up here where it says profile 2002 Subaru, it's going to blink right at you and remind you to set up your profile. For the main menu, comes with real-time information. That's all your gauges, things like that. Completely customizable, like I said before. OBD check fault codes. You can go in and see what's wrong with your car. That's used for checking basically your check engine light. What you see right there, I've got one going on right now. You got your map view. You can upload maps, different routes you like to drive, things like that, and see information about it. I haven't gotten this test results to work yet. Every time I click it, it just says refreshing data and nothing ever comes up. The graphing, that's pretty useful. You can actually set up a graph, change the X and Y axes to read basically whatever you want to graph. You can see your adapter status, see if there's anything wrong with it. Basically, yeah, just see what's going on with your little OBD reader right there. Get plugins. I'm sure you can download other things for this application that it doesn't have. Not sure if you have to pay for it or not. Alright, the first thing I like to talk about is the real-time information. So we'll select this. It's kind of hard to do with the camera in the hands, but it comes up with a bunch of gauges. You can basically go in and apply these gauges to whatever you want. So to do that, I mean, mine's pretty close to what the factory settings are, but you just hold the screen down, add display, come on, and then you can choose the different types of gauges that you want, or whatever gauge you want. Bar display, graph, digital display, acceleration widget. It has all kinds of stuff. It even goes down here to let's see, Eco Warrior. I'm sure that's something to do with, you know, see if your car is green, you want to get the best gas mileage, whatever. I don't know, that's not what I got this for. So but so if you want to customize it, all you have to do is just hold the screen or touch the screen, add display, pick any one of the gauges, graph, digital display. I mean, it goes on and on, and it'll come up with a list. Let's see if it can focus. There we go. Of basically anything that you want to display, and the ones in green you can have displayed on a gauge, but there are some that come up in black, and that basically means that your car doesn't have a sensor for that. So you're kind of shit out of luck when it comes to that, unless you wanted to go and buy a sensor for that specific thing, which, I mean, that's up to you. But so say I want to do the volumetric efficiency calculated for the vehicle. Click that, select your gauge size. We'll go large just so you can see it, and it pops up. You can move it around wherever you want, and there you go. And you can go online too, and I believe you can download different themes. Right now it's just the carbon fiber with the red background. One of the things I think is pretty useful to have up would be the raw data display, and it basically takes all those sensors that that are green in your list there and displays it all at one time. Next thing I wanted to go into is the OBD check fault codes. And you can go in and see what's wrong with your car. I haven't messed with the specifics of it, but you can see what's going on with when your check engine light comes up. So we'll go into the check fault codes. Alright, here we go. Well, those weren't there earlier, so I've got quite a few. Cylinder 2 misfire, cylinder 4 misfire, probably spark plugs, not sure. Turbo supercharger wastegate solenoid A low. Have no idea what that is. Evaporative emission control system leak detected, fuel cap looser off. That's no big deal. And it looks like I have a broken or faulty oxygen sensor. So nothing too serious right now. Let's see if we can clear it out. Freeze frame, share, refresh, clear faults on ECU. So we want right there. Comes up with your list. Hit OK. It's not going to do anything. You're not changing anything with the computer. You're just wiping the check engine light stuff off. Completed. Let's see. It says there's no codes here, but I haven't gotten it to get rid of the check engine light, unfortunately. If it's really bothering you, you can go into AutoZone and rent one for free. Just give them your ID and you can wipe it all off. Next thing I wanted to talk about is the map view. So you can go in here, alright, and it'll upload, or basically when your car starts communicating with the phone or the torque application, it'll start recording wherever you've driven, how fast you've been going, and it'll plot it using colors. So you can go through, click all these. I'm not going to though, because it'll show you where I live. So let's see, go back, and so it'll come up with Google Maps, and I mean, you can't see where I've been driving right now, but you can upload those and it'll show, you know, say you've been driving down one of these streets. It'll show your route and it'll plot it through green, through red, basically how fast and how crazy you've been driving. Alright, next thing I wanted to talk about is going to be the graphing. I'm not going to go into test results because every time I go in there it just says it's looking for information and nothing happens. So we'll go to graphing. This is pretty cool because you can go in here and change, basically if you want to graph something, you can change the X and Y axis to record whatever you want, or at least what your car is capable of detecting through its sensors. So right now it's set up for speed and engine RPM. So just click OK. I just want to show you what this looks like. And you have to go up here and click Start Logging. And it'll come up. Since we're not moving, you're not going to get any dots along the y-axis, but you can see them being plotted down here on the bottom for the engine RPM. So I mean, if you want to record something specific, this is a pretty cool little graph to have. There is this menu. It's the OBD2. You can go in and see what the adapter status is. Pretty boring, so I'm not going to go in there. I mean, it just tells you if it's doing okay and if there are any errors. So probably not the best idea to drive while holding a camera, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Just waiting at the light right now for it to change, so we'll see if we can get some readings on this to see what it's all about. Right now I'm just going to keep it on the accelerometer and boost PSI so you can see what that's about. Alright, gonna have to bear with me here. So you can see it comes up and it's cool because it reads the different boost ratings on it. So I hit 21 there in second, and then 16 or 17 in third. I don't know about that accelerometer thing. Shows you the G's that you're pulling. Just uses the sensors in your phone, I believe. I mean, you can mess around with this. It's not going to be completely perfect, but it'll give you an idea of what your car is all about. 0 to 60 time. Let's mess around with that. So, 7.3 seconds. I mean, that's not very good. I don't know how accurate that is because I'm pretty sure the stock WRX beats that, and this is nowhere near stock. So.
If you wondering who it is, I'm the youngest in charge, back with another one of